Juliette Aristides was born in 1971 to a Jewish family in Cape Town, South Africa. When she was 2 years old, her parents emigrated to Reading, Pennsylvania. There, Juliette grew up in the countryside with her parents and two brothers. The landscape was as much a part of her life as a member of the family. A quiet child who was more comfortable around books than people, she spent much time writing and sketching in the woods and fields. Juliette was an artistic and rebellious teenager. She experienced the fragility of life through the death of her boyfriend at 16 and other losses that were formative. She emerged with a profound sense of importance of documenting time and appreciation of life. Graduating high school at 17, she heard about a man named Myron Barnstone, who was teaching the Golden Ratio at the Barnstone Studios in Lehigh, Pennsylvania. She was influenced by the intensity of his art devotion. From him, she got her first taste of rigorous art instruction. This was followed by years spent at the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Art, drawing from their historic cast collection and from life models. Representational art was a marginalized pursuit at this time, and so Juliette went searching for deeper connections to a more classical education. She moved to Minneapolis to study at the Atelier and studied relentlessly. One evening over a game of chess, she met Constantine Aristides, a London-born Greek Cypriot. Juliette moved to New York City to further her studies, and they married in 1994. On the advice of a friend, Juliette signed up for a class with Jacob Collins at the National Academy of Design. These were formative years, as Jacob's ease, vision, and talent were highly influential. She interned at the museum and won the Hall Garden Traveling Scholarship. When Jacob Collins opened his own atelier program, she studied with him for the next 4 years. Juliette and Constantine had 2 children, Natalia and Jason, in New York, then moved to Seattle and started the Aristides Atelier at Gage Academy of Art in 1999, the first atelier in the Northwest. She saw success in other ways as well. Magazines were featuring her work. She won the Elizabeth Grieshilds Grant, awarded the title of Living Master by the Art Renewal Center, and in 2005, she and Constantine had another child, Simon. During this time, Juliette had multiple solo exhibitions and group shows at such places as the legendary John Pence Gallery, an important exhibition at the Reading Museum of Art. She was commissioned to create a lithograph to honor the centennial celebration of the museum's opening with the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Art Print Department, an exhibition called A Life's Work at the Customs House Museum in 2021. Juliette has had multiple solo exhibitions at L'Acquire Gallery and has been featured in dozens of magazines, including Fine Art Connoissuer, with a visit and interview with Editor-in-Chief Peter Trippi. In addition, Juliette was a keynote speaker on art as a portal to meaning at the Figurative Art Convention with Roger Scruton and Odd Neerdrum. In 2022, her painting, 1945, which was in the collection of a childhood survivor of a concentration camp, honored camp survivors and became part of the collection of the Holocaust Center for Humanity in Seattle. This is especially close to her heart, as she lost many of her family line in the Holocaust. At a time when there was still much resistance to realism and the craft and technique of art education, Juliette published the book Classical Drawing Atelier. She created an innovative design and went on to publish 5 more titles on classical drawing and painting, with the goal of making historical drawing and painting training available to everyone. The Aristides Atelier was on the cover of the Seattle paper The Stranger and had an affiliation with the Frye Museum through a unique master copy program. It has 4 consecutive shows at the Maryhill Museum of Art, where one of her drawings is now in the permanent collection. The Atelier students have had many accomplishments through painting, opening ateliers, and teaching. For example, alumnus Mandy Thies started the first MA program in atelier training through the Florence Academy of Art. Juliette transitioned the atelier to the directorship of 2 alumni, and when she left in 2022, there were 7 ateliers at Gage Academy of Art, proving that this historical movement is thriving in the Northwest. Juliette currently lives with her family in Seattle, where she writes, paints, and teaches the Aristides Atelier online. We want to recognize and thank Juliette Aristides for her continued dedication to the craft of realism. It's our honor and privilege to present her with the Fine Art Connoisseur Lifetime Achievement Award.